tired of networking and having the conversations go nowhere? Do they just feel like they're casual conversations instead of turning into actual business and sales? Well, the thing is there's an easy way that you can turn casual conversations, as long as you have a connection with the person, into future business. And this is called the pivot. Now, there's a few things that you need to consider before you actually say the script or say the language of the actual pivot. The first thing that you want to understand is, who are you speaking to and what do they actually need? So the most effective people to use this with are people that are decision makers, or people who are actually going to need something that you offer. So for example, if I'm having a conversation with someone and they start to bring up various challenges that they're having in their life, as I'm talking to them, connecting with them, building rapport, and asking questions, that's a perfect time to then later in that conversation to use the pivot. However, if the conversation is just so friendly, you don't really think it's going anywhere, you're just meeting for the first time, you don't necessarily need to use it yet. However, you can still offer to speak to that person another time so you can deepen the relationship. So it's good to have rapport. It's good to have some common ground. It's good to understand a little bit about what the person is going through before you just employ this method of the pivot. And make sure you're using it with people that are on your contact list, that are decision makers, people that can actually buy your products, buy your services. If you're selling consulting, coaching, things that are high ticket, make sure you're speaking with people that can make the decision. Now, because we don't want to sound like we're just selling all the time, that's what many people think. However, we're there to serve people. That's essentially what sales is. So if you're in a conversation with someone and you know that they need something and you know that what you have to offer can help them, and you know if what you offer is so high quality, you would actually be doing this person a disservice if you didn't serve them and allow them to go to someone else. So this is where we need to use the pivot. So let's say we're having a conversation, it's going very well, it's casual. However, we want to take it to that next level. They've given us a few challenges. This person's on our contact list. We know they mean business. So you could say something like, hey, Bob, it's been great talking to you. Would you be open to, in a separate conversation, talk a little bit about your business and what you actually need to get you to the next level? So that's one way of doing it. Would you be open to, in a separate conversation? So we're inviting them to connect again. We're not putting pressure on them to feel like they need to have the conversation now. If someone, though, says, yeah, I'd love to talk about that, can we do it now? By all means, have that conversation. Another way to do the pivot could be, hey, Bob, a few of the challenges you brought up as I'm speaking to you, I often help people with these types of challenges. Would you be open to having a separate conversation about, some of those challenges and, results you could get? Perfect way to do it. No pressure. We're asking, would you be open? Would you like to have a separate conversation? We're putting it on them. We're showing them that they have an option. They can choose. They are in control. We're making it about them and their challenges. We're not mentioning that we're going to be selling anything or making anything. We're simply continuing the conversation. So this is how you can really take simple, casual conversations and turn them into more business-related discussions where you could possibly close more deals. And as you're talking to these people, they're already kind of like hot leads. So if you've built trust in those initial conversations, chances are when you go to do the pivot, they'll agree, they'll want to have that separate conversation, and they'll trust that you can help them. So if you know someone who could benefit from this, go ahead and share the video. And if you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe. And I'll go ahead and see you on the next video.